controversy is escalating as we speak. Winning a race on the NHRA Tour, something every driver hopes for, but only a chosen few turn dreams into reality. Bob Tasca's funny car dream began 27 races ago when he put his own team together. The last race in Gainesville, he woke up with his first win.
And Bob Tasca does it! Bob Tasca takes the win, the very first of his career.
Words can't really put into perspective what this win means to me.
Oh, they're well to win. Tasca and his team now have championship dreams, and he has joined us along with his teammate Tim Wilkerson on our NHRA Race Day set. They're the cool guys over there with the sunglasses on. Bob, let's talk about that big win, and most importantly, what it was like to take that win back to Rhode Island. What was it like to go home?
I mean, it's incredible. You know, you put so much effort and time into these programs. The guys work so hard. The sponsors invest in us and believe in us. And to be able to bring this trophy back home to Rhode Island and to deliver a championship win to Ford Motor Company was a dream come true for us. My grandfather's always said, win on Sunday, sell on Monday. We won on Sunday, and we've been selling Ford since.
Well, I tell you, that was a great win, but I want to ask Tim, I mean, you decided at the end of last season, or before the end of last season, that you were going to team up, share the information. You had such a dominating season up to the final race last year, basically. How has that really helped, you know, your team and Bob's team up to this point?
Well, Bob's team really is pretty self-sufficient. I mean, I've said before that we bring very little to Bob's team in the way of performance and technology, but I'm a kind of a corner piece to a 500-piece puzzle, put it that way. Them guys do a terrific job. We brought our clutch program over there, and they've adapted to it and really done a terrific job with it. Bob's doing a lot better job driving this year than he has last, and it's just all coming together. I think that the teams are really gelling well together. We've learned a lot this weekend from each other, and you're going to see us all year long really putting a thorn in the rest of these folks' side. We got 6 Fords out here now. We're happy to be there.
Well, let's take a look at Bob Tasca's road to getting here in this week's Bio Blast. Made his debut, Mike, 2001 Pomona, losing in the second round, but got the win now. That's the important thing.
That's right. He finished 12th in the points in 2008, but I have a feeling he's going to prove big time this year. 8 round wins last season. He already has 6 this season, so he's definitely moving on up. Obviously, his first career #1 qualifier and the win at Gainesville. Obviously, the highlight of his career thus far, but I have a feeling there's many more to come.
Yeah, there's no question. You know, I'll be thrilled not answering the question, when will your first win be?
Exactly.
What will it be like? And, you know, for us to qualify in the pole and then to race such great competitors, you know, Tim and John and Tony, you know, in the finals. It was just a great win for our whole program. Looking forward to some more in the future. But to win a championship, you got to go rounds, and that's what we're focused on doing.
Well, you couldn't have got to that first round or that first national event win without a crew chief. Chris Cunningham's been with you since the beginning, and right now he's standing by with Gary Gerald.
And the question for Chris Cunningham is a simple one. What creates more pressure? Getting that first victory, or now that you've achieved it, finding the consistency that will make this team a championship contender on a weekly basis?
Well, definitely the first win is the hardest. Way more pressure there. Once you got the win out of the way, it establishes the fact that the team as a whole can do it. So we got the team to keep the consistency going, and I think we can contend. I'm sure we can.
He got that gleam in his eye, guys. Look out.
Yes, he does.
Well, I tell you, you know, Tim, I want to ask you something because, you know, you had such a great season last year, but a lot of people forget. You kind of stumbled a little bit in the beginning. You're actually ahead this year of where you were at this point last year. You have that new race car. How is that coming around? Do you think you're going to be able to turn that thing around and do like you did last season?
Oh, I think so, yeah. The Ford body is really a terrific asset to our program. The 3-rail chassis I had a little bit of problems with. The problem I had was, you know, we didn't run the car that we tested. We had a different car, a kind of a unique car. It wasn't allowed, so I had to start over again. And with the new 3-rail chassis, it was brand new at Pomona. I had never run it, and we got 1 qualifier, so I was really behind the 8 ball. But the car's kind of coming around. You see, yesterday I made a pretty decent run, and I'm not going to beat my chest yet. Believe me, we got a long way to go. You know how I'm pretty optimistic about how this world works out here, and I'm just happy to be Bob's teammate, and I'm happy that my crew's doing a good job, and the car's running well, and we're not beating our stuff into junk, and just all real good for Levi Ranschaub and everybody on our team.
Bob, your family has been synonymous with force racing for years. You grew up watching him. You raced an alcohol funny car where you still got the quickest pass in that class's history. You raced with Frank Manzo. What do guys like Force and Manzo, what have they taught you to get to this point?
You know, it's incredible. I'm so blessed to have been surrounded by such great people in my life. You know, my grandfather had a philosophy in life. He said, you know, ask the right people the right questions and remember the answers. And, you know, I've been very fortunate to have people like John Force and Tony Pedregon, Tim Wilkerson, Frank Manzo, as I was coming up into this sport, to kind of take me under their wing. You know, and for that, it puts a little more pressure on me because I want to achieve the goals and make them proud of what I've accomplished. So, really neat.
Time to put you on the spot. We've got young Tyler Skelton from Hallettsville, Texas, with a question for Bob Tasca. Fire away, young man.
Hey, Bob, can you do an interview without saying Ford?
Impossible.
It's impossible.
That's right. Impossible.
I said in Atlanta, I'm an all Ford kid driving an all Ford hot rod, and I'm just privileged to be, you know, preaching the gospel of the Ford story. You know, keep them Fords alive. Drive a Ford.
Did you get your all Ford answer? I think you did. Tim Wilkerson, thank you.
Yeah,
Bob
thank you.
Tasca, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Tim Race, Jeff Ferren, Bob Tasca.